This is the Citi Newsroom coming to you from the New Plan Station. Now, since the beginning of the year, we've lost over 390 lives to road accidents across the country. The latest being the accident along the Kintampo Tamale Stretch, specifically the Dawa number 2 area, which claimed over 30 lives. Now, some of the bodies being burnt beyond recognition. Now, initial assessments indicate or point to the fact that the accident was as a result of a driver who fell asleep behind the wheel. Now, in today's edition of the Citi Newsroom, some recommendations have been made as to how we can stop or prevent more road accidents. We've come to the New Plan Station to interact with the drivers to get their perspective on, from where they sit behind the wheel, what causes these road accidents and what, do they make of some of the recommendations that have been made. 2 drivers per long journey vehicles, and as well as a number of other recommendations. Now, before we even get to speak to our drivers, it appears a fresh accident has taken place in Wale between a bus as well as a tipper truck. Now, it appears that the bus failed its brake and hit the tipper truck, resulting in what has been described as a serious accident with many individuals being injured. And the injured have been taken to the Wale Government Hospital for treatment.
So I saw the car coming and then throwing lights to other cars to park well. So other cars were parking, and then there was a tipper truck carrying stones, that's chippings. So the way the driver was coming, it seems there was a problem with the car. But the tipper truck couldn't park, and then the driver hit the mid side with the tipper truck. So then we just rushed, and then we tried to help people inside, and others were jumping through the windows. So I called the police 191, and then they just came. Then the ambulance too came to pick the people to the hospital. The number of people, as at that time, about 10 people that I saw was injured, and then vital one was about 5. No, at that time, no one was dead.
What driving best if
Oh, at least more by 22 years and driving.
22 years.
No.
Wow. We are a master driver.
Oh, my master, I'm a treat taxi, a treat tipper truck, a treat decorator, including bags.
And
I can be there. And today, see, I'm used to bus or no plan station. Me cobre kum doma him crew to Accra. Timi me do hanyumrei. Me ko doma.
Better than time.
Oh, at least me to about 8 o'clock.
8 p.m. Okay.
And at least nyame kopon ya don no boy ho ban bia ahomache be 5 to 6 na me doma him crew.
And sir driving in like unkwa na we.
Oh, me nko obi anu oboso mu. Se unkwa na oyo adwuma. Okay. Obia teneke mo no nko a.
Okay. Ediem na so sure e cause road accident.
Yeah, fatigue. Yeah, kwan ye bre. Wo free anum go koduru Kumasi speed ramps. Wo be free an ntie ma wo nipa no. Mo no a wo bre no. Na aboa mo am ko school na mo se sanfo no se mo abu emu a o me week na wo so a week. Enti se wo nim se me ko Kumasi me 6 hours. Nese speed ramp na pempem wo saa e bia wonu no na fatigue no branch na ma wo nipa wo da
sese ano stakeholders be my recommendations almost see we see ya we to me drive best in 9 hours almost see more driving long buses no say buses no enya best 2 drivers would you say 2 drivers per long journey
a good idea na bisa wo mo say sa schedulers no wo mo ne transport owners na kasa say say na wo mo be se atuaka bisa wo mo wo so ani mo bi abases ne ntua bi kura aka enti bisa ne say drivers ne atu a wo makatu akura yesen masa ye bro hwe adwendwene kura manipa eye confused wo ba dwene one me my school fees ye be didie ebi akwan so kura wo kono wunya anije bia because wo kwaba no income be na obenya enti se one more transport owners no on be fa drivers tutu ase dey drive for what the people can one obra so what baby atena.
All right, so there you have it. So we're going to speak to some more drivers. from baby a wo gyina no e dey important na esse I between preventing more lives being lost.
Oh, okay, maybe accident today is in there. Most of accident in free young drivers. First, yakwaya ya namsu nyinanye. Me de baku ya example kasiya pachino. She baby at the whole greater Accra yaji toll booth. Accra Kumasi yaji toll booth no. Aya ye twatom uduro akwa kwan ne nya toll booth anwo yike teskam akwan ne nya ana akwan so anam so na ya one way. Yakwan ne nya me bawo wo bo ka se ba bia ka ne accident awa metise minister bia begina ho ho de ye na ho de ewu yan saka nya accident ewu yan saka nya awa ya hwemu awa ne nya according to spirit bit wo ye de ye hu no wo mo fa kwa no so bi o spirit bit wo no mo aja wo se nkom ho ahemfo no na nko mo ka ho asem anya wa accident nya drivers kwa akwa ne nye yakwan die
and I won't say ngofo na omu wo friend is saying Kintampo no your friend is saying daddy you see omu nyina like omu ashi beyond recognition nti yantumi ahu say bia we Kofi ana say we ama na say we niama nti ya say ba be fu bus no like yeah muji details muji number muji ID card e dey important na mo ye
and ana se metua loro fe na ye ne de bon ba say do be ja wa de o kema ba nti ka taxi ye ne ye twa telephone number ye de egu akiri say de u ja de o kema ye de be de o be ka nto frame a ye taxi so no office telephone number ne bibia de e wo so e to frame be si office a minister master na bia ma frɛ so hwɛ taxi na chi dava no ma ye de egu akiri iti frɛ na bia dava na park bia no kona kojo wa de no pa mo dia obi a passenger bia no ababafo car ebebuza say for particulars here the ebla.
So you're still watching the Citi Newsroom. Let's cross over to the National Road Safety Authority to listen to them on what they make of the increase in road accidents as since the beginning of this year and their recommendations as to what needs to be done to prevent more carnage on our roads.
As we speak now, our staff feel that we are working with the NAPO staff throughout the country. We deploy them to the major stations especially the capital cities and then some of the districts. What we have said that we've trained the GPRTs and the others, and we've asked them. Some even have undergone training under us, where they are supposed to get road safety inspectors, because we knew that we cannot be everywhere. Then it behoves on them as transport operators to have road safety inspectors. We've taken some of them through training to tell them what they need to do at the start of every journey. The person goes on board, talks to the driver, to the passengers, this is your driver, like we do on the airline. But right now we are doing it, but we are not at every place because we do not have that numbers. We hope that the transport operators, like we have trained them, they have to do it, and we need to also rigorously monitor so that they are doing it.
All right, so we've spoken to the drivers. At this point in time, I want to find out what exactly happens when you come to a new plant station and you want to travel all the way, to other parts of the country. So you pay your money to this gentleman, 35 Ghana cedis. I mean, I'll pay later, but you just jump on, no names taken. You walk on. So we have a lot of people in the bus as we speak. So you're walking, take your seat. This bus is almost full. It's almost full. I'm trying to see if I can get a place to sit. Oh, sorry. Oh, Daddy, over to me. Yeah, okay. Hi, please, can I sit next to you? So you take your seat. I guess you wait, and essentially, the bus moves as and when it moves. Hi, how are you doing? But when you came on the bus, did they take your name, your number, or any detail? You just took the money?
Yes. No, they didn't take my name.
They just took your money, essentially?
Yes.
Just that. Okay. So, Senior, I just want to ask you, do you know of any emergency exits on this particular bus?
Yeah, I've been hearing of emergency exits, but I'm yet to see one.
You yet to see one?
Yeah.
So on this particular bus, are they educated you as to where the emergency exit is?
We are yet to be told as to whether we have them.
But I'm sure you've been traveling, right?
Yeah.
And do they ever share with you where the emergency exit is?
They don't.
They never.
Yeah.
Now, just another one. When you're boarding, did they take your details as well as other things?
They only were interested in taking the money and nothing else.
All right, so there we have it. There we have it. You know, other passengers essentially explaining, you know, that monies were taken, no details, you know, were taken of them with regards to their details and contacts and all. Well, you're still watching the Citi Newsroom. Let's cross over to the MTTU to also speak to them on this particular subject.
We should adhere to the underlying principle that the transport system, which I'm proposing, should produce zero deaths or serious injuries, and that safety should not be compromised for the sake of other factors such as cost. Are you talking about cost? Talking about procurement, delay time? No. It is a process, and we should see it. Since independence, we have decided that yes, we know that not dualizing these major routes is killing us, and therefore we want to dualize. And I'm saying that we have done it to the extent of deceiving ourselves in town by dualizing the town roads section of this corridor. And I'm saying that in between where we have not done, that is where we are dying. And we should do it. If we were able to find money to do the city ones, and I can give you an example, from Kwame Nkrumah Circle through to Nsawam, it is dualized. Do here any head-on collision. On the outskirts of and some it is done. And some Bapa do here any head-on collision. On the outskirts of Nkoko, it is done. Do here any head-on collision. And I'm saying that where we have not done, it is helping us. And if you have been able to do town one, why can't you do the transit or the intercity links? And that is why we have a problem.
So we've heard from the drivers essentially absolving themselves of any blame. So I'm here with a leading member of the GPRTU, specifically for the new plant station, just to get his thoughts on what the drivers essentially are saying. I mean, all these accidents coming up, outside of the recommendations that have been made, installation of trackers, along with other things, what really needs to be done? I mean,
now the transport sector, there are a lot of things going on. You know, there are individual transport terminals that they don't fall under any organization. They do things on their own. Nobody controls them. Nobody can say go this or go this way. You see, so there should be a rule that every transport union, you should belong to at least an organization. You see, when you come to GPRTU now, there have been a lot of innovation because we see that there have been a great competition in the business.
So what are you doing? What exactly?
We as a union, as of now, we have a stock of a new buses. Now there's a server at our regional office which is monitoring the drivers. Even if you are going beyond the normal limit on your way, the engine can go off. Just they will be at the office. Your engine will go for, or they will call you and alert you that no, the way you are driving on the way, we don't like it. So you either drive or be disciplined on the road. If you don't adhere to it, before you realize, the car will just be parked without moving.
How long has it been in place?
If I've been in place about almost 3 weeks now. Okay. So even now, if I own that bus, I can be tracking it on my phone. Really? Look at it, this car number, GR8613. Now I can track it. You see, I track it in the morning, and it will show that the car has parked at the new plant station. Now, if I want to know where the car is or what is happening, I just find out. You see, so there have been a lot of innovation.
You can't say you are banning night driving. Most of these traders, some of them have closed now from their shopping, their trading, and they'll be going back, irrespective of where they went and trade. So when you ban night traveling, it wouldn't solve the problem. Are we the only nation that travel at night? The other nations that passengers or do travel at night, and there's nothing. So let's do the right thing.
Thank you so very much. So there you have him, one of the leaders who is with GPRTU at the new plant station. You're still watching the Citi Newsroom. My name is Bobie Osei.